Last month, I spent 2 hours creating AI-generated content for a local business. They paid me $1,000 and they got a lot more customer calls. Do you want to know the exact process I used? I'm going to share everything in this video. Do you want to learn how to use AI to make money? Here's something wild. Business owners are paying me between $1,000 and $5,000 every single month to write content for them using AI. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. No special skills needed, no quitting your job, no risky investments. The AI tools are less than $20 a month. Here's a restaurant analogy that makes this super simple. Pretend you're going to open a restaurant and you have two choices. You can either make food that you like, or you can make food that customers will order. It sounds obvious, right? But most businesses are writing content that they like, that they want to write, instead of writing content that Google's AI will actually show to its customers. That's exactly why they're paying me, because I know how to tell what Google's AI wants to see. And I'm going to show you the exact system I use. The first step, we need to create a customer avatar. Think of this as understanding exactly who's going to order from our restaurant. Now, of course, I'm going to use AI to build this profile automatically. Let me show you exactly what to do. Okay, so here we are looking at Claude. This is my AI tool of choice. So I'm going to give it a prompt to have it create a customer avatar. This is going to be a business that does water heater replacements in Lubbock, Texas. What Claude here has given us is detailed customer avatar. The primary services this person is interested in, demographics. Now, this is, of course, based on the AI's knowledge of Lubbock, Texas, and who's likely to be interested in water heater replacements in Lubbock, Texas. We have some psychographic information, pain points, goals, and on and on. This is all based on local information about this city. Claude has given us information about real problems that real customers have. Now, this is pure gold because now we know exactly what content to create for this customer, so the customer will be interested in it and engage in it. Now, for example, the client I had, the plumber in Lubbock, their old website basically just listed a bunch of services. But using this avatar, we knew that we should create content about emergency water heater replacement at 2 a.m. in Lubbock and how to prevent water heater flooding damage. These are things that this customer avatar is worried about. Their calls definitely increased after we addressed concerns that the customers had. So the next step, now that we know who our customers, we're going to choose our content topics. We're not going to guess. We're not going to try to think of things that make sense to us. We're going to use data. So let me show you this process. The first thing we're going to do is look at what customers are already searching for. Open up Google, type in your main service, and look for the People Also Ask section. Each question there is a potential article. For water heaters, we're going to see how long do water heaters last and what are signs of water heater failure. These are perfect topics. Now, we will be careful if all we do is use Claude to give us AI drivel answering those questions, we're not going to rank, okay? Secondly, we're going to check out successful competitors. But here's the trick. Look in different cities. If you're in Lubbock, we want to look at successful plumbers in Houston, Dallas, Phoenix. Their content is already proven to work, and we're not directly competing with them. The third thing, we're going to use AI to generate more topic ideas based on what's working in those other cities. I'll show you exactly what we're going to do. So the first thing, as I mentioned, we're going to come on over to Google and type in water heater. We're going to look for the People Also Ask section. Now, in this case, one didn't come up when I just did water heater. If that happens, no problem. Adding the word about will usually fix that. So we'll get some more People Also Ask questions. And the good thing about all of these is we know that Google thinks these are relevant to water heater. So I'll start by giving those People Also Ask questions over to Claude. Now, I'll just type in water heater replacement Houston. Again, looking for websites that we know are doing a pretty good job. It's hard to rank in Houston. I'll open up the top 3 competitors. I'll copy their contents and add it to the People Also Ask section. So now Claude has an idea of what content is currently working. I'm also going to give Claude the customer avatar we just generated. And finally, I'm going to add in the actual prompt where I ask Claude to come up with some additional topic ideas. What I really like about this, I've asked Claude to rank each one from an SEO perspective and from a user engagement perspective. That way we can really hone in using the data from AI here on which direction we want to go in. Now that we have our content ideas, here's what's going to get really good: the 20-minute content creation system. Now, I use this exact system to create $1,000 worth of content in just a couple hours. So let me break it down. First, we're going to need an outline. So the proven format that we use for SEO content is, first, we're going to start with the hook that grabs attention. A problem or fear are most common. Second, we're going to provide a quick answer. That's for the potential featured snippet. Plus, giving that quick, concise answer will improve user engagement. Third, we're going to get a preview of what we're going to cover, what the rest of the content is going to be about. And finally, the detailed solution with the step-by-step breakdown. So let me go through and show you how AI is going to write this for us perfectly. Okay, so we're going to give Claude our prompt to have it start generating the outline. You can see that we went with 7 critical warning signs of water heater failure. And with this outline, it's going to continue to prompt me, hey, do I like this? Is this what I'm looking for? Should I move on to the next section or redo it? For this purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and have it keep going. But when I do this for a client, clearly I spend a little bit more time looking at this, analyzing it, making sure it fits both what I want it to be and what the client wants. Here for the featured snippet, it's giving me a couple of suggested queries that we could target. Again, if I were doing this for a client, I would do some research with Google to figure out which would be the best. Here, I'm just going to choose one of its suggestions. I'll go with number 1. So it's generated the entire outline. So the last thing I'm going to tell it is to give me the whole outline all at once. Finally, now that we have this outline, we have the customer avatar, we had our topic, it's time to get Claude to actually start writing our content for us. And as with the outline, it's going to give me a series of questions. Do you want me to continue? Do you want me to continue? Do you want me to continue? Once the content is done, it's important that you review that content. A quick fact check for anything technical. For the water heater article, double check temperatures, sizes, safety info, make sure all that is correct. And like I said, 20 minutes, done. We have a great article full of content that will both serve Google's AI and users. So why do business owners pay for this? Now let me share a real example. One of my clients, a plumber in Texas, was spending 40 hours a month trying to write his own content. His hourly rate for plumbing is $200. That's a lot of money, $8,000 worth of his time that he was wasting writing the wrong content. Instead, he pays me $1,000 a month. I spent a couple of hours creating content that got him 47 new customer calls last month alone. Each call is worth about $500 to him. So do the math. That's over $20,000 in new business. Plus, he got those 40 hours back to actually do plumbing. This works in almost any industry. I have clients in HVAC, laser eye surgery, car detailing, roofing, dental practices. They're all paying me $1,000 to $5,000 monthly because the ROI is so clear if you know how to write content that Google's AI is looking for. They're focusing on their expertise, and we handle the content that brings in customers. And hey, if you want the complete detailed training on everything I just showed you, including how to find these clients and land them consistently, head on over to my exclusive school community. I'm going to put a link in the description where you can join. And now that you know how to use AI to make money by creating content that Google's AI love, but here's what makes this even more powerful. Google just released a major update focused on helpful content. This means that understanding SEO is more valuable than ever. Since you're already writing content that Google loves, you'll want to watch my complete SEO guide next. It shows you exactly how to make your AI-written content rank even higher, so you can get even better results for businesses. Click the video here to learn my exact SEO system.